Mr. Smith. We now have up Damian Blackburn, CEO, Alive.
Hi, it's Damian Blackburn, the CEO of Alive. I'm also joined by the Group Chief Operating Officer of Cable Bahamas Group, John Gomez. The first thing I'd like to say is, to the people of the Bahamas, we are with you. We were with you through the storm, and we will be with you through the period of rebuilding, and we will be with you long after that. Our primary focus has, of course, been recovering communication that is critical so the people devastated by this event can reach their loved ones. I'm pleased to report, within a week of the storm passing, we now have coverage on both Grand Bahama and Abaco, with LTE and 3G service that is covering 80% of where the population live and work. This has been an incredible effort by the Alive team and by the Cable Bahamas team, whose fibre we use to most of the sites. It's an unprecedented effort by those teams, and indeed we've been assisted by lots of international partners. We've airlifted over £80,000 of network equipment to the islands and distributed all that network equipment to the right place by boats. In Grand Bahama, we have coverage in the entire West End and in Freeport. So in West End, places like 8 Mile Rock, Holmes Rock, Boodle Bay and Sea Grapes are all able to use the Alive LTE and 3G network. In Abaco, even more incredibly in a way, we've just switched on the site at Treasure Key, just as we speak, and the only places on the main island of Abaco where we don't have coverage are Cooperstown and Blackwood, and I can assure everybody that we will have those on tomorrow. So that is the main island of Abaco. We'll have full coverage with Alive's network on both LTE and 3G by tomorrow. We will then start on the Keys, which are the last remaining places in Abaco without Alive network coverage. As I said, none of this could have been done without the hard work, planning, preparation and dedication of the Alive and Cable Bahamas and Rev teams. The dedication they have shown over the last few days to serve their fellow Bahamians is humbling to the core. I must thank NEMA. NEMA have played an incredibly important role in enabling Alive and Cable Bahamas to get these essential services up and running as quick as possible. They have cleared any roadblocks that we've had along the way at record speed, and we could not have done it without you, NEMA, coordinating the efforts. We're partnering with many local relief organisations, and you will see more announcements around this in the next few days. We're here for the sustainable relief effort, and we will be stood with all those who've been displaced or affected or impacted by this devastating and unprecedented event. Lastly, thank you very much to all our international partners. There are too many and too numerous organisations to mention them all by name. I would like to thank though Hawaii, our network equipment partner, who have moved heaven and earth to make this happen, to get this network up and running. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Just by way of information, Alive and PTC are part of our communications arm here at NEMA, so they play a strategic role in our communications network. We now, instead of Andre Foster, we have Gary Sinclair, CEO of PTC.
Thank you. Good morning. As you are probably aware from the previous press releases that we have issued, we're working 2 tracks in the midst of this and in the aftermath of this tragic event. 2 tracks are a humanitarian track and a restoration and recovery track, and in that order, I might add. From a humanitarian standpoint, our first intense focus was securing all of our colleagues. We have about 103 colleagues throughout both islands, and we're happy to say today that we've accounted for all 103. We've actually evacuated 160 people from both islands. That is our colleagues and their families into New Providence. They've put them up, given them hot meals, showers. They're hugely grateful, and we're hugely grateful for the fact that we've managed to account for all of our colleagues and get them to safety. Our C&W Foundation has pledged $500,000 already to the effort. 75,000 of that is earmarked already for NEMA. Another 25,000 is earmarked for the World Central Kitchen, that incredibly innovative initiative. We've also raised $70,000 from C&W Text to Donate initiatives. We brought in 55,000 pounds of grocery and immediate relief supplies. We've issued over 4,000 replacement phones and SIMs. We're going to launch a BTC Text to Donate campaign and earmark those funds for the incredible Ranfurly Children's Home, which has now taken in many of the children from Grand Bahama and Abaco. Over 220 generators have been brought in for relief efforts. We actually issued 10 generators to the emergency room doctors at the Rand Memorial Hospital in Grand Bahama, who obviously are without power and really could benefit from using those generators. They're involved obviously in the critical role of taking care of the people who need to be taken care of in Grand Bahama. So we're really proud of that initiative there, and they were hugely appreciative. So that sort of wraps up our hugely important to us humanitarian effort, and there will be more to come. Then on the restoration recovery track, in Abaco, we got our Marsh Harbour site up. Just yesterday, I was in Marsh Harbour yesterday along with the LLA CEO, Bala Nair. Our mobile services in Abaco are up in Sandy Point, Bahama Palm, Cherokee Sound, Casuarina, and Crossing Rock. And we're working our way up from the south up north, and everything in between. Look, when we rebuild, one of the things we're going to hope to be able to do is partner with our alive competitors. We've shown, I think, a tremendous amount of cooperation so far. We've got a national roaming technical situation in place and an agreement that we're working out where all of the affected people are going to be able to, with mobile service, are going to be able to roam on either of our networks. That's shown a tremendous amount of cooperation. We're hoping to do that as well with the rebuild effort, particularly in Abaco, where, rather than each of us putting up a bunch of towers, hopefully we're going to be able to co-locate where that is going to be possible in order to reduce the need for each of us to put up as many towers. We've got landline services available in Cedar Harbour and Sandy Point. The team is assessing the fibre network between Marsh Harbour and Cooperstown right now, and we've sent up additional vehicles. We've got 3 actually teams from our vendor partners and contractors deployed to both islands to assist with expediting these repairs. And in Grand Bahama, we've got all 4 of our retail locations open in Pioneers Way, Britannia Plaza, Seahorse Plaza, and 8 Mile Rock. We've got Wi-Fi sites available at Culmerville, Christ the King, and Church of the Ascension. Mobile services in Grand Bahama have been restored in several areas in Grand Bahama, including Freeport, where we've restored services in Lewis Yard, Coral Reef Estates, Chesapeake, our Lucaya Indoor, South Bahamia West, Midshipman Road, West End, 8 Mile Rock, Tano Beach, our Lucaya Hotel, the container port, Bootle Bay West, and obviously the office of the Prime Minister. We also have landline services up available in Bootle Bay as well, 8 Mile Rock, Lincoln Green, Lucaya, Ocean Hill, Oceanside Triangle, Rooster, the Shipyard, and West End. New Providence, we've got Wi-Fi sites operational for evacuees at Kendall, GL Isaacs, Jim, and the Fox Hill community center. So look, all in all, we've been around and serving this community for well over 100 years. We're going to be here for the next 100. We're indelibly, inextricably bound up with this community. This catastrophe, what I keep referring to as a true black swan event, while it has had a devastating impact, everything we know about the Bahamian people suggests that they're incredibly resilient. We're going to bounce back from this, and we intend to be right there, side by side, with the Bahamian people, ensuring that not just consumers but businesses benefit as quickly as possible. Because in order to return to normalcy, people don't just have to get connectivity. Businesses that serve them have to be able to do business as well. So we're going to be right there, partnering with the Bahamian people. I too want to thank NEMA, who has, in an incredible, a hugely confusing time, has managed multiple NGOs coming in. I heard this morning over 200 that need to be coordinated. Relief supplies coming in from all angles. NEMA's done an incredible job because in the midst of all of that, they've also facilitated myself and Damian in getting into these affected areas and restoring connectivity. So I absolutely want to thank them for the role that they've played and reiterate that, both I and frankly Damian are working like crazy to ensure that we restore connectivity. Thank you.
Thank you very much.